So hello guys, welcome along out with RB today, and currently road testing this, due to go out to the customer next week. This is the new Lexmoto Assault. Now if you haven't seen the Assault, what a lovely little bike this one is. Obviously end of last year they discontinued the Tekken, which was a very nice enduro bike. And they've also now discontinued the Adrenaline and come up with this one. And this is the Assault, so you've got the semi-moto front end on this one. It's got those nice dual purpose knobbly tyres on it, road and off-road tyres on it. Riding position is very nice. Seat does tuck you into the tank very well. Feet are, I would say, dead centre, not back or forward. So nice riding position, legs nicely in place. And obviously for the purpose of ride test, this has got just 1 mile on now since I've rode it, so we're going to put about 10 to 12k on this for the first ride PDI. Nice easy instrumentation all down the front, so as you can see, nice big speedo there. You've got a nice big rev counter, fuel gauge, time as well. And also your gear indicators telling me I'm in 5th gear at the moment. Mirrors on this are very good as well. I mean, it does handle very nicely into those corners. Obviously I'm on fresh rubber, so just taking my time on it. Let's get this rubber slightly worn in on the road. Mirrors very easy to see. Elbows and shoulders don't come anywhere near the edge of these mirrors, so they're very well positioned on these. Dual braking bike as well, so if you're into dual braking, the front brake does the front brake only, and the back brake does the rear and the front at the same time. Brakes on this are very crisp as well, as you'd expect from a Lexmoto 125, and it does handle exceptionally well. And obviously it's a daily urban commute. Perfect little bike if you're into sort of going up the muddy roads, or you live off road somewhere, farm, or if you're in the village. Ideal to handle all those muddy roads and all those back lanes on the way to work. Placement of the control is very good as well. Indicators very easy to get to with the thumb, so normal position, horn at the bottom on the left, and then you've got your indicators just above, and then your main beam, and you've also got another button to the back. On the right hand side, obviously start button to the bottom and your kill switch to the top. And just for the purpose of ride test, as I said, I'm going to put about 10 miles on, so we're 2 miles in. Now obviously the Adrenaline was one of my favourite bikes. Absolutely love the Adrenalines. And then they came out with this, so this is going to be my first time I've been on one of these. Obviously we sold loads, but I've never had the chance to actually get out and vlog about this one. So sitting currently at bang on 40 mile an hour, and obviously with a headwind I'm getting knocked around just a little bit, but it's just the fact that it's a very high bike. Even though the seat is low, and it's not top heavy at all, it's just I've got a huge headwind blowing into me. I've got a feeling, just looking at that sky up there, it is going to absolutely chuck it down in a minute. So someone is going to get slightly wet doing this ride test. And obviously very easy just to check my positioning on the mirrors. I do like to head check every now and then, but there's not much wrong with this bike. Now obviously with the Lexmoto, these ones are priced at 1399 plus your on the road fees, so just under 1500 for a nice little urban moto. You can't go far wrong. Now we have had some questions as to other bikes. When are you doing others? Obviously with what is going on at the moment, we are only ride testing bikes that are going out to customers, that are being delivered to customers over the next couple of weeks. So we are very restricted on actually road testing or riding bikes, other than essential work, which is to obviously prep these bikes and get the mileage on them to the customer, because obviously you cannot send any bike out with absolutely 0 miles, because you're not going to highlight any issues. So far, of about the 10-15 bikes that we've sent out, we've had absolutely no issues with the Lexmotos whatsoever. They come pre-built, and obviously we just have to do the final bulk checks and all the bits and pieces on them, but absolutely nothing wrong with them so far. It's a very, very good product. And obviously I'm just going to pull it in on the front brake, and you can just see how crisp those front brakes are. Very, very good. And it does hold the road very, very well on this knobbly rubber. But these dual purpose tyres are very, very good. So all we're going to do is just go back round the roundabout. I'm just going to come in on the back brake this time, clutch in, and it does pull up very well on that back brake as well. So just quick look around the controls. You do have the adjust button there, and you've got a select button just below, so you can set your speedo into miles per hour or kilometres. Very, very easy to read all those controls by looking down. So just feeding it back into the roundabout for the return journey. And a quick shoulder check just to make sure there's nothing up the inside of me. Although I do like mirrors, I do like to do my shoulder checks as well. And you should all be doing that. And then once again we're back down the dual carriageway of my normal route. Now obviously the engines on these are very, very low in horsepower compared to other bikes of a 125cc size, due to the fact they restrict the horsepower on these for longevity of the engines. Now these things just go and go and go and go, unless you're going to absolutely rag the pants off of it and floor it everywhere full throttle. You sit at a nice steady pace, you're conscious that it is obviously a new bike, and you're going to look after it and maintain your vehicle. These are good to go for absolutely ages, and we don't get many back that have been maintained and looked after, as long as they people stick to their service regimes, as I said on previous vlogs that I have done. Now we have got a lot of these gone out over the last couple of months, and all the customers are exceptionally pleased with them. They absolutely love them, and I'm actually enjoying the upright position on this. Now I'm not a big lover of upright touring bikes or cruisers, or that's just a personal preference, guys. I'm just a pure sports biker, and I do love being laid over a tank, but obviously I'm getting quite a bit of wind buffeting from the front because I've got no shield. I'm not crouched down behind anything. But it is what it is. It does what it says on the tin. It's a 125. It's less than £1,500, and if that's what you've got in your budget, then brilliant. Nice little commuter to get you backwards and forwards to college or backwards and forwards to work. You know, sort of 25 mile there, 25 mile back, round trip or whatever. That's going to be ideal for you. And even at 40 mile an hour, I'm catching them vehicles up. So, you know, obviously once this has had its full running of 1500k, you're going to be keeping up with that flow of traffic. But once again, it's very, very easy just to look down, see what your speed is, and obviously just match your throttle to your road speed. And obviously a totally different design of tank. As you can see, if I'm just looking down quickly, just tilt my head down, you can see that tank is slightly different. You've got those nice big fold outs to the front. Now people have said to me it does look like a ladybird that is stretching its wings out. Yeah, each to their own. Some like the design, some don't like the design of this new tank, but the indicators are now built into the panels at the front of the tank, so you've got no sticky out indicators at the front. And it's something a little bit different. It's quirky. Now obviously the ISCA is the same design tank as this as well, so I think it's quite nice. When you're actually sitting on it, that spread out at the front of the tank actually takes the wind away from the front of your knees, so I've not got cold legs that you would expect. And we're just going to feed it round and roundabout and then just take it into town, and I'm just going to do a little bit of urban driving just to see what it's like. And just pull it up again. The tick over on this is very, very sweet. As you can see from the car in front, it's got a very, very bright daytime running light on these. So up in the third, up in the fourth. Very easy to see the display on this, to see what gear you are in. 5-speed box, 1 down 4 up on this one. And then once again back up to the 40 mile an hour run-in. Now obviously we have to advise customers to stick to 40 mile an hour for the first 500 kilometres or 311 miles. Get your first service out of the way, then you're good to go. You can bring it up to 50. And that will take you up to 1500 kilometres, 932 miles. And then once you've done that, you've obviously done your 1500k run-in. You're good to go. You can wind it up. Now normally we would say keep these at a nice steady 60, 65. Obviously they will get a little bit more if you've got that throttle absolutely jammed open. You can get a really good amount of speed out of these. But most roads are 60 mile an hour. Why would you want to go any faster? You know, dual carriageways you're going to do 65. You're still only a few under that speed limit. And we're just bringing this into town. Just going to do a little bit of urban driving around the back roads, just for you to get an idea. Now obviously I'm on the front seat on this. I'm just going to shift to the back so you can get a decent look at the controls on this bike. Obviously I've got very, very long legs, so I've got a 32 inside leg, but it's not uncomfortable for me to be seated up on the tank. I'm just going to sit back a little bit so you can get an idea of how easy these controls are, and obviously how well it does lean into those roundabouts. There we go. So hopefully, obviously the next few of my blogs, we are going to be using dual cameras. So I'm going to be doing the Insta360 off the front of the bike, and then obviously my helmet cam, so you get a 2-shot view on some of the blogs or vlogs that we're going to be doing over the next few weeks. But pottering through town, as you can see, it's ideal for just scooting around town at 30 mile an hour. That engine's just sitting about 4,500 RPM, so it's not even excessively revving. Just trying it over a few potholes as well, and as you can see that suspension is very crisp, soaks up all the bumps. And I'm just going to shift to the front of the seat again and have a quick look down. Obviously you can see My neg's tucked in nicely on that tank, and for the purpose of it, everyone's saying, why are you wearing jeans? I have Kevlar jeans on. I would not go out on a bike without my levers or a set of Kevlars. So 5th gear, there we go, 4,000 RPM, and we're at 27, 28 mile an hour, so just under the limit. But it does feel exceptionally nice. And then once again through the roundabout, as you can see, on the power, very, very nice. And I can feel the first spots of rain coming, so just in time. We've got 9 miles on it so far. Obviously we do 3 sets of ride tests on these, so we normally rack up around about 20 miles on one of these, 35 kilometres for the purpose of road testing before the customer collects this machine. And then obviously I have 2 of these going out to customers' 2 boys, and they're going to be very, very pleased with these. They are a lovely bike. So as we head on back to the garage, that's the ride test on the Lexmoto Assault. If you've got any questions, pop them into the comments below. If you are interested in the Lexmoto range, obviously speak to the guys at Eclipse Motorcycles. That's 01908 643 603. You can pop onto their website. That's www.eclipsemotorcyclesmk.co.uk. And then if you want to get some more Lexmoto videos, just pop onto my website, which is revbomb.co.uk. Go across to the social media page. All the links are in there: Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and you can see what we do. So until then, Lexmoto Assault. This one's in black. Hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions about it, pop them into the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, smash the hell out of those buttons for us, please. Until then, Revbomb saying safe riding, be safe wherever you are, stay inside, and we'll see you soon. Till then, happy trails.